Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And for those who don't know what's going on, you will not see my face. I decided to keep doing this review of the conversation with Ray J and Princess Love, kind of like podcast style, because when I started doing the review, the first part, I had caught pink eye, and so I wasn't going to get on the internet with my face looking like a mess. So I just decided that I would just finish out this review because today was the last part. So I was just going to finish out the review how I started it. So yeah, we're going to just do this podcast style, and you won't see my face, but you'll definitely hear my voice. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the review. So again, this is the conversation. Zeus has a new series that they put together called The Conversation. And the ones to kick it off was Ray J and Princess Love. And this is part 3. If you want, you can go ahead and listen to my review over part 1 and part 2. Part 1, I actually had to break down into 2 videos because it was like an hour long. And these, I don't know about the other shows on Zeus, but the conversation with Ray J and Princess Love does not come with commercials, okay? So it's a lot. So that's why I broke up part 1 into 2 parts. All right. So basically, Ray J comes back. Ray J comes downstairs. He looks high as fuck, okay? The coat is nice. The coat that he had on is nice. Princess Love, she comes down. She has on a black sweater. The coat that Ray J had on was like a baby blue. Princess Love, she arrives. She has on like a black sweater, some black thigh-high boots. Ray J gets up and gives her this awkward hug. I put this fool got to be already drunk. Like, the way he was acting, it was really, really weird and kind of cringeworthy. He wants a drink. He gets up, he goes outside, he's smoking a cigarette, he's drinking a Fanta, I think it was pineapple. Then this fool walks over to, I think it was a Bentley, a Rolls Royce, some expensive ass car, and he gives the car a hug. Or he lays on top of the car. I'm just like, okay, this fool got, like, at this point, his actions just give me that of a drunk man. Like, drunk and high. Then he comes back into the house singing, roll, roll, roll your boat. Roll, roll the cameras. Roll, roll. Like, it was really, really weird, y'all. I put this in some stupid shit. Why am I reviewing this? Girl, this is part 3, so we almost done. Ray J, I put Ray J is full of shit. He tells Princess, let's keep this light, then get to the hard part. We can't get to the meat until we clean the fat. You have to sterilize the pot. You have to put the butter inside to get the sauce. You can't sprinkle. Like, he's giving her all these analogies. And it was just weird because it's like, Ray J, at this point, I think we got it, or at least I got it. Why do we have to start over to get to the meat? We done already tripped. Baby, were you here for part 1 and 2? Ray J, were you present? Because I saw on part 1 and 2 where this was going or what needed to be said. Maybe you didn't say what you needed to say because you were acting like you were full of shit. But I don't think that, I feel like Ray J wanted the conversation to go backwards. Like, let's start all over. No, we're not starting all over. We already know what we need to talk about, so let's talk about it. Princess apologizes for saying that she doesn't have respect for him or that she lost love. She said she was just trying to be a bitch and basically piss him off. She says that maybe she expects too much from him. Like him protecting her. She starts to explain to him about her going into labor, how he blocked her for 3 days. And this is the truth. Okay, like I said in the last reviews. Is it true that when this stuff first broke with Princess and Ray J, when Princess said he abandoned me, Yes, I was one of those people who thought like, um, I went to the very extreme with the things that were running through my mind. But then she did come back to clarify, no, like, I can catch a plane to LA if I wanted to. I can drive or catch an Uber, but I don't want to. And I got what she was saying when she came back. Like, at the end of the day, Princess cannot be responsible for what we think. Because when you really go back and read what she said, the word abandon is what really, I think, set it on fire. But she can't. But Ray J, you can't be mad at Princess for us thinking what we thought. Maybe it was the word abandon that she used, but she did come back and basically say like she's not stranded on the side of the road. But also in Princess' defense, it is true. Bitch, if you 8.5 months pregnant, you can go into labor at any time at this point. I mean, hell, you can go into labor at any time once you find out you're pregnant, I guess. But she's close, to her due date, I'm assuming, right? So why are you blocking your wife for 3 days? I didn't know it was for 3 days. I thought he blocked her for a few hours and it was what it was. No, he blocked his wife that was 8.5 months pregnant, also has a 1-year-old, for 3 days. So in a way, you did abandon her. And you were not protecting her, because at that point anything could have happened and she wouldn't have had a way to get in contact with you unless she went to the shade room again, or unless she posted y'all business on the on social media. Princess tells him to stop worrying about what the world thinks and to listen to how she listen to how I'm telling you made me feel. But see, this is a problem, Princess. You're talking to Ray J, who is Brandy's brother. You see what I'm saying? Brandy and Ray J were raised up in a time where, especially Brandy had to be perfect. You remember, y'all remember when Brandy got knocked up? She threw her legs to the moon and got knocked up by that man, and she pretended that she was married. So she went into the living room and closed her curtains and said in Indian style and said that me and this man got married. And then we found out that that bitch really didn't get married. She had some type of spiritual ceremony in her living room, which is all fine and dandy. But bitch, don't be trying to act like you really went down to the courthouse and got married. So they've always, basically what I'm trying to say is Ray J and Princess, not Ray J and Princess, that Norwood family has always been about an image. I think Brandy might be worse than Beyonce. We know Beyonce can give a damn about her image, but I think that Brandy might be worse than Beyonce. I don't know. It's probably a tie. Let me stop throwing shade at Beyonce. Beyonce ain't got shit to do with this. He says that he has to worry about what people think if that's what you're telling them. And that is true. Because at the end of the day, I'll say this much. At the end of the day, because Ray J, these celebrities, we live in a world where likability plays a lot into your brand, into what you're selling. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Cardi B. We like Cardi B music. Cardi B can barely speak English. But Cardi B is likable. And she has cute little bop songs. You know what I'm saying? So Cardi B can sell records forever as long as she's likable. When people like you, they'll buy whatever you're selling. But when you go on the internet and you start telling your business, and it starts to make either one party or both parties look like an idiot, then Ray J does have something to worry about. But I think that he worries about it like too much. And let's just be for real, bitch. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Hold up. Princess says that she ran to the internet, social media, because that was the only way to get his attention, which I do believe. Was it juvenile? Yes. Should you be running to the internet to tell your business? That's not the type of shit I'm on. I'm not telling nobody nothing that I don't want y'all to know. Whatever I tell y'all on YouTube is what I want y'all to know, and I honestly don't give a fuck about no more. But I'm not a run to Facebook type of girl. Bitch, I didn't even let people know I lived in Houston, Texas until probably 2010. And I had been up in this hole since 2001. That's how much I don't like people in my business, okay? And no, I'm not running from the cops either. I mean, I got a couple of warrants, but I ain't running from the cops though, But anyway, child. So, Ray J is pissed about the deals he lost. Let me just say this. At this point, because because they get on my nerve. Let me just say this much. At this point, this is what it comes down to me. Ray J, was it immature? Was it juvenile? Was it wrong for Princess to go to the internet and tell y'all business or tell your business and make you look like this bad guy? I guess maybe so. I'm not sure. But the thing is, if you didn't do what the fuck you were doing, she wouldn't have shit to say. If you wasn't doing fuck shit and being a fuck nigga, then she wouldn't have nothing to say. But when you go out and you be fucking random hoes and all that brothels and shit, you can't get mad at how she handled you. Because if you would have handled her right, she would have handled you right. You can't do something to a motherfucker and tell them how they can react. Well, you shouldn't have ran to the internet. No, you shouldn't have been fucking bitches and hoes and leaving my big ass in this goddamn room by myself 8.5 months pregnant and blocking me for 3 days. That's what you shouldn't have been doing. But Ray J don't want to talk about that. He just want to talk about the fact that he lost these deals. Ray J, let me say something. Ray J just want out of that marriage. And that's fine. If you don't want to be married to somebody, just don't be married. But were you upset that you lost these deals? Princess say you ain't had no deals. You say you had the deals. I'm going to believe Ray J and say he had the deals. I'm sure somewhere in the paperwork, they probably said, bitch, if you embarrass us, this deal is null and void, okay? So there is a possibility that Ray J signed the paperwork, it was a go, and then this shit hit the fan, and then the people was like, baby, we can't, you embarrassing that shit. You embarrassing your own damn wife. So if you embarrass your wife, you would embarrass us. So is it true that Ray J probably had a deal? Yes. But Ray J, I just don't believe that this deal was that mega to the point where you just can't get over it. Do that make sense what I'm saying? Because I think at one point he said one of the deals was $2 million. Listen, $2 million is a lot of money, and $2 million can change my whole goddamn life. But for somebody like Ray J and Brandy, $2 million, from that family, $2 million is a lot, and $2 million is a lot to get your ass cursed out over. I could definitely see him cursing out Princess Love, like, what the fuck did you just do? But to the point where it's kind of like, I just can't get over it. I'm just like, Ray J, you just don't want to be in that marriage. Did that make sense what I'm saying? I'm not saying Ray J is like no Jeff Bezos when it comes to coin, because we know he not. But it's almost like Jeff Bezos is worth I think what he's worth like $150 billion or $40 billion. He's like the richest man in the world. It's kind of like Jeff Bezos, a $2 billion deal falling through. Did that make sense what I'm saying? I don't know. Ray J says that he didn't basically do all of this stuff until after the deal. He's saying that the reason why the deals were taken off the table is because Princess got on the internet and said that Ray J had abandoned his family. And that's what made the people take the deal away. But he didn't start fucking bitches and hoes until after she did that. Girl, this is a headache. Ray J and Princess both of them got on my fucking nerve if you really want to know the truth. So Princess basically says that Zell, y'all remember Zell from Love and Hip Hop? That's who I assume she was talking about. Zell called Princess and told her that a blogger called him because she wanted to get in contact with Princess to let her know that they were about to run a story basically about Ray J out there slanging dick all around Vegas. And they wanted to just give her a heads up that the shit was about to hit the internet. Girl, let me say something, girl. This is so weird to me, y'all. Y'all don't think, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I still got a whole lot of growing up to do. You know, I'm not the most mature, okay, and I'm not the most understanding. And I know I got a whole lot of growing up to do. But what's the purpose of you calling me, telling me you about to tell my business? Like you don't get no motherfucking kudos. You don't get no points because you called me and told me, hey girl, I know you going through it right now, and I know you're 8.5 months pregnant, but I just want to let you know that we about to tell your business, and we about to let the world know your nigga ain't shit. What I'm supposed to say? Okay, girl, thank you. What the fuck? I don't know. I just think like, bitch, run the story. You trying to be messy and have integrity and morals all at the same time. Like, oh, child. Ray J get his draws from CVS. Ray J pulled his draws up to show the world that he had on some Versace draws. Girl, this conversation is so childish and so immature. So Princess Love, she starts to tell a story and she says, I put this on my kids. Ray J gets mad and starts talking about, don't be putting shit on my mother. No, I'm not going to say he said motherfucking, but he basically said, don't put shit on my kids. Ray J, this how you know niggas full of shit, and they always trying to find a way to get out of a conversation, because at the end of the day, yes, did she put it on the kids that y'all have that she's raising? Right. Yes, she did. I remember the first episode. Was it the first episode or the first part of the second part? When those kids were crying upstairs and they both realized that the kids were crying, and Princess Love took off running to go check on those kids. And guess what Ray J did? Ray J set his ass right there in that seat. He did not get up to go help his wife with their kids. So at that point, that made me believe that Ray J, you ain't no hands-on father like you try to be. Bitch, you might try to go online and post pictures of you with your daughter, but baby, you really not no hands-on. You really not no hands-on father. I saw all I needed to see on the conversation when you set your black ass in that seat and Princess had to go run up there and tend to 2 kids while the goddamn daddy was right there across from her. Ray J, shut the fuck up. Then Princess, at this point, I feel like Princess was playing a game. Like, she feel like she winning at this point because she's like, what are you going to do about it? Like, when have you ever changed a diaper? Now she doing a shimmy shake and laughing. So I feel like she like, oh yeah, I got this nigga now. Okay, baby, these are 2 immature motherfuckers together with kids married. Everybody ain't meant to be in relationships at a certain point. Like at one point, everybody ain't meant to be a husband. Everybody ain't meant to be a wife. Everybody ain't meant to be in relationships. Sometimes you should just hold your way through life. Just be a hoe the rest of your whole life. Because baby, you not relationship material. Like I think Princess may be relationship material. I don't think that I would take advice from her. Maybe this knocked some sense into that bitch head, but yeah, I feel sorry for any bitch who get with Ray J after this. Anyways, I put the producers are low key messy. Did y'all see how Ray J leaves because he's pissed off that Princess Love is putting this shit on his children? So Ray J leaves and a guy goes outside. Now this is what I figured they have to do. Even though it's messy, but I feel like they have to do this. They have to stroke Ray J's ego. They have to make him believe that what he's saying is right. So they really don't say that he's wrong because they can't. So they try to make him believe like, okay, yeah, right, yeah, I see what you're saying. Then a woman goes and sits in front of Princess Love, and she starts stroking Princess Love's ego. You're strong. You're a strong one. You don't back down. So it's almost like they trying to, gas them up so we can keep going on with this show. They say it ain't no production, baby. This is a motherfucking production, okay? I saw exactly what the hell they was doing. I put Ray J is nuts. Ray J is nuts. Now this is when I had to stop and go get me a drink because I said, Princess Love, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up. When she started talking about if he tells the truth, she'll forgive him because that's her husband. Bitch. Girl, shut the fuck up. Let that man cheat in peace. If you're not gonna go nowhere, then bitch, don't go nowhere. But don't be going through this whole production of, if he just tell me the truth. If he basically what you saying is, if he tell me what I want to hear, then I'ma stay. I'ma forgive him because he's my husband. But at least he told me the truth. So basically, every time he fuck around on you with some bitches and whores, as long as he tell you I fuck with some bitches and whores, then you gonna be all right with it. So at this point, I'm rolling my eyes at Prince. It's like, oh, girl, you so dumb. He comes back in. She taking selfies. Bitch, are we here to try to save a marriage? Or are we here just for a fucking show? Because, bitch, it sounds like we here for a show. Princess starts to tell Ray J we live separately. I like living alone in my own space. So I guess that quick she changed her mind. So I guess I don't know if they're getting a divorce, but they're separated. They need to get a divorce. That's just what it comes down to. Ray J is not husband material. Ray J still has a lot of hoeing that he wants to do, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, he pushing 40. But ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't think anything is wrong with a man or a woman living a single life and having fun and fucking if that's what they want to do. But either you need to let your partner know this is what I'm bringing to the table, and it's gonna be some bitches and hoes probably. Or either you just need to remain single and live the life that you want to live. But y'all cannot be, especially these niggas, y'all cannot be getting into these relationships wanting to, because it makes your resume look nice. See, the whole thing with Ray J is it makes his resume look nice when he can say, oh, I have a wife and I have kids. And let's just go ahead and wrap this up because I'm going to give y'all my in conclusion. Basically, let me just say this part before I forget it. We'll get back to, we just talking right now, girl. It's, this is my podcast. This is Long-Winded Hope Productions. Ray J is the type of nigga that he likes to look good on paper, So when he likes the idea of telling people that he has a wife, that he has kids, and he likes to do single man shit, but he doesn't want anybody to find out about it. That's why he's so pissed off that Prince's Love has him looking like he don't care about his family. Well, guess what? I'm sorry to break it down, and I'm sorry to say this. If you go out and you cheat on your family, cheat on your wife, and you fucking bitches and hoes and bringing bitches in and giving them money and shit, you don't give a damn about your family. Because at some point, before you even started doing all that shit, you should have said, "No, baby, I got a wife and some kids at home." But you didn't even think about your family. And if you did think about your family, you still continue to do the fuck shit you was doing. Does it really matter? So, A, either you thought about your family and you said, "I don't give a fuck about them," or B, you did think about your family. Which one is worse, or which one is better? You see what I'm saying? And then Sonya and Brandy, baby, I don't expect his daddy to say a motherfucking thing. Cause baby, Sonya been castrated Willie. Ben did it, okay? Because wasn't his daddy in the first episode? I swore that was Willie, baby. I swore. And see, this is the thing. Ray J the conversation started getting so weird to me because Ray J started talking about seeing his kids. And from what I have not heard either party say anything about Ray J not being able to see his kids. Ray J kind of threw a little... I caught what he was trying to like, Ray J if Ray J think that I got a whole bunch of people at my house, man, my mom and dad is there. Like, you think I'm about to have all these people at my house with my mom and dad? Boom. Princess Love don't trust you with her daughter because you got a whole bunch of niggas at your house. That's what I caught. And I believe it. Because I'm going to tell you why I believe it. The very first episode, Princess Love pulled up to that house by herself. Walked up into that room. The only two people that were there was her makeup stylist. Her makeup artist and her hairstylist. You pulled up with a nigga in your car and it was about 10 other niggas in a room. So you clearly keep an entourage around you. So what Princess is trying to say, it ain't got nothing to do with not trusting your mama and daddy. Princess don't trust you because you have too many niggas around the house. And she not about to let her daughter come over there. That's what they got to do with. Don't be trying to switch it around, man. What it got to do with, she just don't trust my mama and daddy. No, she don't trust. You think I'm going to have all these people around the house with my mama and daddy? I don't know about your mama, but I do know about your daddy because I saw your daddy sitting in that room with all them other niggas the first episode. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Was that Willie? I think that was Willie. And he ain't said shit the whole damn time. He just sat there and let his son act up and be a fool. And maybe I'm wrong. Y'all tell me if that was Willie. I think that was Willie. But that's what it comes down to, Ray J. Princess don't trust you because you keep too many niggas at that house, and she don't feel like it's safe for her daughter. I put Tiara Marie somewhere laughing. Baby, Tiara Marie somewhere laughing her ass off. Okay? Princess Love said she had people telling her, girl, you marrying Ray J? I feel bad for any woman who gets with Ray J. But a lot of women out there think Ray J is a catch, baby. It's a lot of women out there right now in there, bitch, putting their best hair in, putting their best spank on, bitch, shaving that cat. Girl, baby, they think they about to go get them, they want to be Miss Norwood next. When Ray J said, I'm not sorry for entertaining bitches, I'm sorry for doing it at the time. Bitch, what? Nigga, do you hear what the fuck you just said? I hope Princess gets some sense and don't marry another nigga or have kids with a nigga who push her in the swimming pool on TV. Bitch, Ray J pushed you in the swimming pool on TV and we all laughed at your ass. And you turned around and married the nigga and had kids by him. Now you stuck with the nigga for real. All right, y'all, I'm done. That's all I got. Thank y'all. This is long-winded Ho Productions. Yes, ma'am. That's all I got for Ray J and Princess Love. I think they need to get a divorce. I think that Princess needs to move on with her life. I think that Ray J needs to move on with his life. I think that Ray J should be a single man, so he can do single things. I think that he should leave. If a woman comes into his life, he needs to let her know from the get-go. So at least he's being honest. Look, I like to party. I like to have sex with bitches, and that's what I'm doing. So either you gonna be a part of this or either you not. I don't know, girl. I think he should just be single. I don't even think he should even entertain or even think about being in a relationship because he's just not ready. At 40 years old, he's just not ready to be in a relationship. And ain't nothing wrong with not wanting to be in a relationship. I think that you should just be honest with yourself. Because now you all on TV, having babies and having wives and shit, or a wife and kids. And it just look a mess. Princess, I hope you get some self-esteem and self-respect And stop letting niggas push you in swimming pools, and stop thinking that just because a nigga is honest with you, that means you're supposed to accept his apology or stay in a goddamn relationship. It sounds like it sounds like you got a little bit of sense towards the end when you were basically saying how once Melody sees this, because these kids will see this. Okay, the internet ain't going nowhere no time soon. These kids will see this, and the last thing you want to do is look like a weak, dumb bitch in front of your daughter. Okay? I don't give a damn if it is her daddy. Set an example for y'all kids. Period. I'm gone.